What's up, guys? So today is finally the day that we're gonna try Varl. I've been hyping him up for weeks and I don't think he's gonna be that great, but we will give him a go and finally I have him booked. He's not fully booked, but I got kind of lucky and I got his A2 and A3 booked. And having the A1 not booked is not ideal, but the other ones are more important, so I'm already gonna try him like this because I have been wanting to use him for weeks. Now, of course, he isn't a very popular champion and you probably have never seen anybody use him before, but I've been having big issue that I can't kill Harima because I'm only using champions that are weak affinity or can't crit on him, so at least it would be good affinity against Harima. But outside of that, I'm not sure how great he will be, but maybe he will be okay, we will see. Like, if we go through his kits, because you probably don't really recall it that well, but A1 is just a basic damage skill, A2 is a basic AoE skill with some debuffs that aren't very relevant or interesting. Both of these have normal multipliers, but nothing exceptional or special. At least the AoE nuke is 3-turn cooldown instead of 4 or 5. That is an okay thing, but then the interesting part is the passive and the A3. So the A3 has I think 5.7 multiplier, which is pretty high, and it ignores 30% defense and destroys 50% of the HP that it does. So it's kind of interesting, and it gives you a block damage for 1 turn if you get a kill. Now, issue with this one is of course that he's gonna be weak affinity against Rotos already, and Rotos can kill him through the block damage, but maybe the block damage will sometimes be useful, we will see. I hope that he will have enough damage that he can at least kill Harimas without any shields on them with this skill. That's my hope, but we will see, because I didn't want to spoil it, so I didn't really play with him before this. And then the passive is kind of interesting, that increases this champion's attack by 10% each time they use an active skill, stacks up to 100%. Now, one thing to note here is that the active skill means that not A1, so I need to keep using A2 and A3 in order to stack this damage. And of course I can't do it with ally attacks or anything like that, so I will pretty much always use the A2 and A3 and not save them for later. Like, let's say that everybody in the enemy team is in Stone Skin, I will probably just go with the A2 and try to stack the passive, but we will see how this goes. I'm probably gonna try pair him with like Helicat and Nakarada because he's a squishy champion and those are pretty much the only ways that I can keep him alive and get him a turn, because I mean, I don't have a Siphi, I can't go first or revive him with full turn meter, so those are kind of my options. But let's see how it goes in practice. I haven't been again playing live arena for a few days, so I'm at rank 400. Maybe we can get easy fights, we will see. In my recent experience in live arena, I haven't been getting any easy fights, but we will see. Wait, why is it not letting me get any opponents? Okay, let's go and see how this goes. I'm kind of excited, but I think it will not actually be that good, because surely there is a reason why nobody is bothering using him. It might be that he's like okay, but there is better options. That will be what I hope to see, but I want to see it in practice. I'm more of the practical type, that I like to think about things a lot and come up with new ways to do things. But in the end you always need to play test things, and that's where you can really find out things that you wouldn't have came up with like just theory crafting. Or like, maybe you could call it practical theory crafting, because that's, I think, how you need to do things properly. Okay, so when we go with Varl, I'm pretty much always gonna go with the fast dodges. I don't think there's any way to go with the slow one. In some other comps I kind of want to go with the slow one, but let's open with Nakarada. I think Nakarada is kind of safe first pick. I don't want to open with Helicat, and I want to get some polymorph early in the team order, so let's start with Necret. Okay, so unsurprisingly we got Harima in the enemy team, as we will pretty much every fight. I think I will save the Varl pick for last or second last, we will see. I don't want to pick it just yet, because I'm hoping that he will not go with Rotos. But yeah, I think I'll probably just go with Duchess and Rotos here and then see what he picks. I don't want to go with Ukko or Helicat just yet, I want to see what he picks and make my decisions based on that. I also have Mountain King geared. I actually realized yesterday that I got Mountain King maybe 6 months ago or whatever, and I actually booked him instantly for CVC, even before I had him leveled up, and I totally forgot about that. I didn't know that I had Mountain King booked. Now he isn't gonna be insane champion, but I was thinking that maybe sometimes I will use him against those squeezy bomb teams. He might have high enough HP that paired with bolsters that he can tank those bombs and then kill them, we will see. Okay, this Ukko is not a great thing for me, even though I have Necret in team. First of all, he will probably ban the Necret, but I can't go with Helicat now. Wait, where is the Varl? Is it gonna be... okay, it's not too hard to find. No, what do I want to pick as second champion? Should I just go with double Duchess? I feel like I should go either with Ukko or Duchess here. Just kind of having a hard time to decide which one. It's a hard choice, but let's go with Duchess. I don't use the other Duchess a lot. It's kind of funny because you might have seen that last arena reset I did okay. I got like 53, which is improvement of my recent performance because I haven't been doing well in this current meta. And I was actually using her a lot in offense this time. Kind of like I actually used to do back in the days, so it is kind of coming around and I'm getting back to my old good ways, it seems. Okay, so he did end up picking Rotos, which I didn't want to see, but I was kind of expecting. Maybe I should have just picked UDK, but he didn't have anything, not even a Siphi in his team, so it would have kind of felt weird to pick UDK, but the Rotos is gonna destroy this wall, so I'm not sure if this is gonna go well, or this is not gonna go well. I can already say that he's not gonna have good matchup against Rotos. And of course the difference again is that he has a lockout and 2 good nukers, and I have to ban the lockout, and then he's gonna ban my only good nuker, so this matchup isn't really that fair at all, but it is what it is. Goddamn updates. It takes like 15 hours to download this, and they are super buggy and they don't get finished, even though it's supposed to be finished. Whatever. I don't have high hopes for this fight. At least we got the Necret. Maybe he can take one hit from Rotos, but I'm not sure if he can do anything more than that. We will see. Now, if he didn't have the Harem, I think it might be possible to one-shot the Duchess with the A3, but there's no way with Harima in the team, so I think I should probably start with the A2. Which is the AoE nuke. Or yeah, let's do that. Maybe if the Ukko loses the whale, okay, he didn't. We could have just killed the Ukko. Yeah, that didn't do insane amount of damage, but the A3 should at least be a bit better than that. Hopefully with double Duchess I can rotate my revives pretty well. I mean not the revives, I mean the whales. But we shall see. He doesn't have insane amount of AoE damage in his team. I mean, he of course has the Harima, but with Necret I can take couple hits and it isn't like a demon spawn, so he will not always get taunted, and he can also crit on Harima, so at least there is some side perks. Okay, let's see what we want to do here. I could kill either the Duchess or Ukko. I think it's possible that the Duchess will die, but Ukko is just gonna revive it with yeah, that's kind of good damage, 142k. Ukko would have revived it with block damage, so let's just do Duchess first. Wait, is everybody gonna have the... Okay, this is not great. That means that he can... yeah, Varl has block damage for 1 turn and Rotos just uses A3, so I guess he couldn't have killed Varl. If my Varl can survive like 1 turn and the other Duchess loses the whale, then he's safe for a few turns again. I think I actually want to do... Do I want to do it? Do I want to do the A2 to heal? Nah, not just yet. We will lose the whale. Let's not do that. Harima is polymorph anyway, so he doesn't have any AoE damage. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, you already know that the champions make a big difference, and there is only so much I can do with better gear and builds, so I kind of get frustrated about these things a lot, but it is what it is. I will have a good chance to get Harima at some point, so that kind of gives me some something to look forward to in this game. I feel like I have pretty good defense snooker set, so I will definitely be able to make Harima work if I do get her. Okay, this is not looking that great though. Did we already lose the fight? We haven't really been able to stack the passive from Varl. I think he only got 2 turns, so it wasn't really stacked a lot. I think the chances are it's kind of sad because Varl, like many of the other Doom Tower champions, is kind of meh. He's okay. He seems like average champion, maybe slightly above average. But the type of players that are gonna have Varl probably don't need Varl. I mean, that's just how it is. It's not quite super ultra endgame champion, and there isn't probably that many players with Varl because you need to farm Doom Tower for years to get him. But yeah, if the enemy team didn't have Rotos, maybe we would have done better. I was kind of hoping we didn't get Rotos in the enemy team and it would just be Harima, but yeah, we got Rotos. I mean, he did do like 142k damage with the A3, so that was kind of okay. But of course, that was without any like defense buffs or strength or anything, but it is kind of in the range that it might one-shot Duchesses sometimes. I think the main issue with him is that I need to find a way that he can reliably get any turns, which will be hard, especially against Rotos. If my 3 options are Necret, Helicat and his block damage from himself, but 2 of those are countered by Rotos A3, and Rotos is strong affinity against him as well, and he doesn't have any multi-hitting skills. my init also isn't geared today, so I will not be able to use him. Probably in the last fight, init would have been very good, and we might have been able to pull the win with init, but for today's video, we're not gonna use him at all. We're just gonna focus on testing Varl. Let's go with the same thing again. We'll open with Nakarada, and maybe this time I will go, assuming I can't use Helicat, I will probably go with Ukko instead of second Duchess. But maybe we will be able to use Helicat, we will see. Again, the enemy is picking last, which is a very advantageous position for him. And it's another Rotos. Maybe in this team I might be able to ban Rotos. It kind of depends on his last pick, but I think there's a good chance it's gonna be either UDK or Warlord, most likely. I think actually in this team, the UDK and Helicat would have been a good combination, even if my Helicat isn't in a full nuke build, but I can only pick one of them. Well, we could go with Ukko as well, let me think about it. Let's first find Varl. He doesn't have Siphi in his team, so I could definitely stun the Rotos, but he does have Glens from Vital. Let's just go with UDK. UDK has good matchup against both Taras and Rotos, so... Actually on last reset, I was attacking teams with both Taras and Rotos, like Maritska, Taras, Rotos, Siphi. Those kind of teams actually work with my new offense, so... What do I want to do here? Should we... It's kind of weird option, but should we just... I think it's almost certain that he's gonna ban UDK. So should we just ban the... Nah, it will be so weird. Let's ban Taras. I was thinking about banning Rotos, but nah, let's ban Taras. I mean, Rotos will be able to kill him with the A3 through the block damage, so that's kind of what I was thinking, but nah, let's do this. This isn't the like worst possible team. This is kind of a below average team at the high rankings, so maybe I can win against this one. I mean, my team is definitely below the average as well with Varl, but it is kind of good matchup for me, or it kind of looks like it. I think the issue here is just, or like in general with Varl, is that it kind of looks like he was intended for PvP with the block damage from the A3, but it will just be very hard for him to survive long enough to stack the damage. That's kind of the issue. I don't think I want to kill the... Wait, do I want to do it? Actually, let's do it. I was thinking that my Rotos is gonna die if I kill the kill the Cardiel with A3 and get the extra turn. But let's do it anyway. I'm okay with this. Maybe I can kill his... Like, he's gonna use Revive now, and maybe then I can kill his Rotos with Varl. We will see. Of course, Varl can weak hit, so it kind of depends, but there's a chance that we will waste 2 of his Revive. Oh yeah, I guess we can kill it with ally attack as well, because the Nakarada is faster than Varl. This is actually good that it didn't die. That means that... Okay, I went before the Revivers, I was not expecting this. Like I mentioned before, it doesn't stack the passive if I use the A1, so I don't want to just kill the Rotos with A1. Let's do the AoE nuke. Oh, it didn't die to it. Well, I mean, it was a weak hit, but still, it was very low HP, so I was expecting it to die. We want to kill it because he might just not do revives, so there's no reason to let it live. I don't think I can one-shot the Duchess with Strengthen and Shield, but let's see how much damage Varl can do. I guess we can get rid of the shield now. Maybe Varl will surprise us. I mean, the Duchess isn't full HP anymore, and Varl does have attack buff, and he got 10% more attack with his passive already, so maybe we can kill it. Let's see. I'm not sure what to expect. Okay, 108k, not insane, but it's decent damage. It's almost comparable to Rotos damage with A3. Of course, everything else about Rotos is better, but it's something. I doubt they will ever buff Varl because there is like a million other champions in the game that they should buff. But it will be kind of interesting. Maybe they do a small buff and try to make him more viable. But it is kind of unfortunate that all of the hard to get Doom Tower legendaries are pretty much useless in this game. Okay, I guess my Duchess is going to be about done, but I'm not sure if we can finish his team by the time or not. Let's try to get attack down on the Rotos. Okay, good. Varl doesn't have any shield, so I think the Rotos might just be able to kill my Varl with A3 at this point. We don't have attack buff. I'm not sure if we can actually kill them with A2, so let's go with the A3 on the Python. 94k without attack buff is decent. It isn't terrible. But yeah, I mean, I was never expecting him to be savior of my account. I'm kind of waiting for Quintus and maybe pulling Harema. I think those are the most realistic options for me. But I think it might be... I haven't made my mind yet, but it might be worth using him for now until I get Quintus. I will definitely have to... If I end up using Varl, I need to have both Varl and Initve geared, because often I will want to use Initve who isn't geared today at all, because I just put Initve gear on him, which is my second best nuke set. But I will have to make some compromises and try to get both of them geared if I'm gonna use Varl. It may be that I'm just gonna use Initve, but we will see. But yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on your account level, but maybe Varl is something that you might consider. Maybe if you don't have any great nukers. I think he will be... Surely he will be good for clan boss and this kind of stuff. If nothing else, like, because he can stack his damage to 100%, it might work on clan boss. I actually used it on normal Hydra last night. I can actually show it after this fight. I forgot about it, but when I was farming masteries for him, I was just like doing it for fun to see what damage he does. He did okay, but nothing spectacular. But of course he has just one AoE nuke, so I wasn't expecting him to do insane damage there. He was still doing like some like 500k A2s, like the AoE nukes, with the defense down on the Hydra, but yeah. Maybe in this fight we will get to use Helicat. I don't want to pick Helicat just yet. By the way, Stardust is still geared, so I can definitely use Stardust, but today I kind of want to make a showcase on Varl and test him a bit more. Ah, he's using init. Nice. Probably... Should I expect him to ban... Maybe he's gonna ban Nakarada, I guess. Yeah, that would make sense. He's gonna... Now that I pick Helicat, he's gonna have to ban Nakarada or Helicat. If I didn't pick Helicat, I think he would have banned Nakarada, so... This is kind of something that I needed in this fight. I will ban the UDK, but I don't think he's gonna ban my Varl, so... Varl might be able to do some damage through UDK, but it will be kind of scuffed, so... Let's not let him have UDK. I have so much PTSD fighting UDKs, because I'm always using Rotos, so it's kind of issue for me. This Helicat right now isn't in a damage build, he's in my fastest gear on my account and he's like 350 speed, so unless the enemy has a speed booster like Siphi, he's usually gonna go first. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna gamble with A1 and lose the block damage, so let's go with A2. By the way, I've been working on another video, like, I don't know, for a week, and that video has like ad in it, and that video was actually items at tier list, which I made like a week ago, but because I'm doing some ad things and the ad people are like, want to make all kinds of changes to the ad, and I had to wait some like images from them and I couldn't do it long time ago like I wanted to. The video is gonna be slightly outdated because they just released the small changes to couple item sets yesterday, but I'm still gonna put out the video regardless. I'm not gonna change it at this point, but maybe I will put something in the comments on the video. I think the item set rebalances were kind of okay, but I don't think they will change meta in any way or are super relevant for endgame content, but they are kind of small upgrades. Maybe you can use the hex set in Hydra and so on, but nothing insane. I think I'll just go with the A1 and save the shield. Oh, I was too slow and the AI decided it for me. Well, I guess both works. Let's just kill the Guardian. The Leorius didn't have turn meter anyway, so... I'm pretty sure the Leorius lost his passive, right? Well, yeah, let's kill the Guardian anyway. We have one turn of block damage, but we're just gonna get a second turn of block damage now, so... That's kind of interesting. I don't think we really won this fight because of Varl. I guess Varl survived and Rotos didn't, but he was kind of adequate in this fight at least. I mean, granted that this enemy again isn't using like top team in live arena. It's pretty much as you have seen, it's the same stuff on all of the top teams, but it's gonna be 2 out of the 3 like Rotos, Harima, Taras, and maybe a Georgid if they're using some kind of turn meter boost, but very little variation. Oh fuck. Okay, so here is the Hydra team I was talking about. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I of course played this full on auto and I didn't cancel it just because I wanted to test out Varl. And he did do basically the same damage as Mashaled, who does AoE damage with A1, so I guess you should say that it's above average damage that he does, or it's definitely above average, but is it going to be as good in arena as Rotos or Harima? Definitely not, but maybe if you need a nuker, you might use him in both PvE and PvP, who knows. I think surely Varl will be a good champion in clan boss, but I'm not super into the clan boss thing, so I have never looked into it or seen anybody using Varl, but I would assume that he must be above average or maybe top tier nuker in unkillable team. Surely. I'm sure somebody has made a video about it, maybe Deadwood or something, but worth considering, I guess, if you like Varl. One thing I do like about him, I guess it's kind of not the bestest of compliment in this game, because generally the champions look good, but I do like his visuals. He's very interesting looking champion and his weapons are very cool. But yeah, let's get back into the fights and see if we can destroy enemies with Varl. We will see. But yeah, doing decently in the last reset. I guess some people will take an offense to that I say rank 53 is decent. It depends on your perspective, but of course I have done much better in Classic Arena than rank 53. But since the Taras and Maritska meta kicked in, and they did those 2 10x's and everybody in top arena has them, I have been not doing well at all. I did worse than I did like 2 years ago in Classic Arena, but now I'm kind of making a comeback, so getting that 53 placement is kind of giving me some needed hope in this game. I was kind of getting a bit black-pilled, but I need to like stay active and wait for better times in this game. I have been trying to complain about Taras a lot, but I think soon they will probably get like tired of me complaining in the CC chat that Taras and Maritska needs to be nerfed, but I have done it many times. Almost a daily activity for me at this point to complain about Taras and Maritska in the CC chat. Of course it's for like their PR things, and it isn't like a chat for the CCs to spout their political views, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I think this team looks like ripe for Helicat pick again, but I want to save it as the last option. Anyway, Helicat has gotten incredibly popular. I remember when I did my first Helicat video, I had seen maybe a couple fights of people using him, but they weren't like top teams, and they were just some random teams that probably didn't have other nukers. But nowadays you see so many players using Helicat, and like many of the top players are running the Siphi Helicat UDK combination, which you have heard me complain about many times, that having Siphi opens up so many team comps that you can't do with anything else but Siphi. Like speed teams, or using Valkyrie, or using defense nukers like Helicat and so on. Okay, what do we want to pick here? I think, yeah, we will go with the Helicat. I just picked the Nakarada as placeholder because I wanted to see what I pick first. Of course, he can go with Ukko still, but I think he's probably gonna go with second nuker, I hope. Helicat is probably a nuker too, but surely he doesn't want to go with just Helicat as his nuker. I don't have a lot of heals in my team, so it could be. Okay, this is kind of interesting. He's going with Shamael. I actually have Shamael gear and was planning to try him as well in some fights, maybe. Maybe with the Kaimar combination. I'm kind of feeling on banning the UDK, but I think UDK or Helicat, but let's go with the UDK. The issue I have here is though that my team doesn't really have any heals, so Helicat can totally kill me with the A1. I mean, Duchess has more heals when she does the revive, but this one is not in bolster, so it's not going to be enough, and Helicat can definitely solo this Duchess at some point. I mean, of course, if my Rotos gets to do his A3, then he will be able to kill the Helicat through block damage, since I banned the UDK, but I'm not gonna be able to do it at the start at least. This might be the first time I have seen Shamael in live arena. Probably, I think. I definitely haven't seen him before. Wait, what? He didn't do the block damage yet. That's kind of interesting choice. We will go with the A2, which will give Theorios more damage, but we still do have the block damage, so it will be okay. Wait, what happened here? I guess I procced refresh on the block damage. I didn't even notice that because I was focusing too much. Ah, fuck. I was too slow and it did the A2 instead of like me controlling it, but I guess the A2 is okay. I was thinking if I want to save the A3 for later or not, but I think saving it for one turn was fine. We will do it next turn. Well, we will see if it was worth it or not, but I think so, yeah. He got the... Wait, can I kill the Duchess? I think I might be able to kill this Duchess. It will be kind of depend on RNG if I proc Helm Smasher or not. Okay, yeah, it wasn't... I definitely procced it and it wasn't even close. Now, I don't want to do A1 unless I get like 2 extra turns, but Protoss would lose a lot of health if he does multiple turns, so I rather not. I think we got very lucky here that I procced the refresh on the block damage. I'm getting totally confused in my train of thought. Anyway, it's a level 94 and I'm super try-hard about this, but it is what it is. I'm losing so much fights that I will take any wins that I can get, and I'm definitely trying my best even against level 94. But yeah, kind of looks like the fight is over. I think he was okay, but it was kind of the same deal as in some other fights, that we didn't really win because of him. I mean, he wasn't like harmful to the team, but he didn't really do anything spectacular. But of course, this wasn't the bestest of the teams, and if he had something like UDK and Warlord, and he banned my Rotos, then this would be way harder, so even if I can do pretty well when I get my Rotos in the fight, I also need to be able to win some fights without Rotos. Or when enemy picks Harima. Of course, this guy is definitely gonna pick Harima. If he's at this rating, he has to have her. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to have her, but it's very unlikely that he doesn't have her. Maybe I will go with UDK early pick this time. I'm thinking yes. Yeah. Then he's definitely gonna pick Harima because he's not gonna pick Rotos, so I kind of need to weigh the pros and cons with that, but I'm sure his Siphi is very fast and will be a big issue for me, so let's ban it. So often I lose fights simply because of Siphi A1, so I need to be careful with those. Okay, so we see the Harima there, kind of like I was expecting. By the way, this will be kind of funny. I could just go without Rotos at all. Maybe I will pick Staltos and Varl and go without Rotos. Let's first see what he picks. Let's not make a weird rash decision like that just yet. But what do I want to go? Either a second reviver or if Helicat would be nice here too if but if I go with Helicat, I need to save it as the last pick. Yeah, okay, let's not go with Staltos and Varl. Let's go Rotos and Varl. And if he doesn't pick Ukko here, I will go with Helicat. That's why I didn't pick the... Or like I picked 2 nukers. I saved support for the last. I think this will be okay. I hope that my Helicat will move before his Taras or Harima. He of course does have the turn meter boost from Siphi, but my Helicat is 350 speed, so surely it will get a turn. And it is in 4-piece stone skin, so Siphi won't be able to sleep him with A1. Oh, he banned Helicat, okay, that does make sense as well. I was kind of expecting him to ban the UDK, but I'm sure that that was the better decision actually. If he didn't have Harima in this team and he had Taras and one other nuker, it would actually be a pretty good matchup for me. Okay, this must be very fast Siphi because it's very low HP. I think it's in Divine Speed set as well, which is kind of funny because you will see in the tier list video, which hopefully they will approve that tomorrow and I can finally put it up. But Divine Speed set actually has very big issue with temporal chains, and it's kind of underperforming set because of that. You don't see it used that much, but I'm pretty sure this Siphi is definitely in Divine Speed set. Issue is that temporal chains reduces enemy speed by the amount of buffs that they have on them, and the shield set from Divine Speed counts for it, so it's going to be a big disadvantage against other speed teams, and speed teams are gonna stack temporal chains, so we didn't get a great start in this fight. I'm not sure if it's already over or not. The Varl doesn't have attack buff, so he isn't gonna do that much damage. If he even can get a turn, yeah, I guess he's not even able to get a turn. Now, what do I want to do here? I mean, if he didn't have Harima, I could easily kill both of these revivers. But it's not even going to be close now, so let's just go with the A2. The A2 will do more damage than the A3 because of Harima passive. That's how big deal Harima is. If he had any other nuker at that point, I would have basically won the fight and I would have easily killed both of the revivers in that turn, but now it wasn't even worth trying to do it. This is kind of interesting build. I'm not really sure if I'm a big fan of this. That he's running like a very squeezy fast Siphi, but he's using bone armor on it, and it's not even 6-star bone armor. I think he's better off using temporal chains or something. That's kind of weird combination. I don't think it has that great synergy together, but maybe there's something that he's doing that I'm not aware of that I can't really like take into account. See, even there the Duchess didn't die to the A3. That's how low damage it does with the Harima passive. You definitely do see some Duchesses and Sifis sometimes in bone armor. It could be possible that it's not in a full speed build. Maybe it's like a resistance build Sifi, because those sometimes do have bone armor. But it's kind of weird build. I don't really understand it. Do we want to gamble with the A2? Maybe this fight is pretty much over, so maybe we can fear the Sifi. Okay, we didn't. Well. But yeah, if he didn't have Harima in this team, I would very easily win this fight. But the Harima passive just completely destroys my Rotos. My Rotos is very high HP now and has stacks of bone armor, and is able to get them now easily because my team is dead. So it might actually be able to survive some Harima A2s. I'm not sure if I really have any chance at this point, but let's keep going and see what we can do. Are we already getting block revive? Yeah, we are. Okay, yeah, well, that Sifi was very squeezy. But of course, like I mentioned, the A3 would have done a lot less damage than the A2. But yeah, that was super squeezy Sifi. Okay, it's kind of unfortunate that... well, maybe if we get the extra turn here. I'd rather kill the Harima first. Ah, too bad, no extra turn. And if I were able to do that, then I might be in good... Okay, yeah, I got destroyed by the A2, yeah. If I were able to get rid of that Harima, I could have won it, and if he didn't have Harima, I would easily destroy him in this fight, because I definitely have better gear than this guy. And that is kind of the thing that has been depressing to me lately, that the current meta just doesn't fit my account at all. And I used to do way better back in the day with way worse gear, and nowadays I have very good gear, like way better than most people, like definitely a lot better gear than this guy, but still it was like I almost didn't even have a chance against him because I just don't have a good way to deal with Harima, and Rotos is the only thing I got, and Harima is so common that it's just very hard to deal with these things. And of course, if he would have banned my Rotos, then I would have had zero chance, so I only had some chance because I got Rotos into the fight. But every time I do get him into the fight, then it's usually gonna be both Harima and UDK, or at least one of them. But we still gave him a decent fight. Of course, he destroyed us, but we kind of almost had a chance to win it, so maybe if my Rotos got extra turn in the end, I could have won the fight, so we will take what we can. Definitely, after I got the bone armor to 6-star on Rotos, I can notice a huge difference in that blessing. The difference between 5-star and 6-star bone armor is immense. It's so huge difference, because at 5-star it's 40% damage reduction, at 6-star it's 90% damage reduction, and you will do damage with the bone armor, and you will be able to get the stacks back, and getting those stacks back is a huge deal for Rotos, because his passive has insane synergy with bone armor, because the way it works is that, let's say that I have 50% HP and 3 stacks of bone armor, and then the Taras hits me with his AoE nuke. My Rotos is not gonna die to it because of bone armor, and he will still proc the passive. Which is kind of weird thing, that he will not take 50% damage, but he will proc passive. Because he would have taken 50% of damage, but then it's reduced by the bone armor. So in those kind of situations where I only have Rotos left in the team, or maybe a couple of champions, but I have some champions dead, every time Rotos counterattacks and does his, like, any damage, then he will get stacks of bone armor, and it's kind of like adding a lot of healing back to Rotos. It's kind of like temporary increased current HP. Not max HP, but current HP, so it works very great for Rotos. Let's open with Ukko. Oh, okay, I'm kind of slow this time. Let's go with both Ukko and Nakarada. I was gonna go with Ukko and Duchess, but I didn't want to miss my chance to pick champions, so let's just line pick both of them. I guess we got 2 polymorphs in the first 2 of the team order this time. Yeah, it's going to be Harim again. Who would have seen that coming? Should I think I'll save the... No, let's save Rotos for the last. I mean, he could still be UDK. So let's hope that he at least doesn't go with UDK. This is kind of taste, because if he doesn't know my account, there is no way that he would blind pick UDK here. Because I don't have anything in my... Okay, he didn't. Good. I didn't have anything in my team that UDK is good against. But he might have still picked UDK if he, like, were aware of my champions. But I guess he wasn't. Yeah, I think I will probably want to ban the Helicat here. Wait. If he didn't have double reviver, I could ban the Duchess, but... Yeah, I think... The issue is that even though I can kill Helicat with Rotos, okay, he banned Rotos anyway. Even though I can ban him, but... I mean, even though I can kill him with Rotos A3, he's gonna have Duchess that is gonna do Whale, and I won't be able to target Helicat, and it will also be Stone Skin, so I won't be able to damage. Usually, I mean, it might be in Bolster, but very rarely it's going to be the case. I was kind of expecting him to ban my Ukko, so this wasn't exactly what I was planning to happen, but let's see how it goes. Nice. We got both of them. Fuck. I forgot Elva does have a Cleanus. It's so rare champion, and I don't have her that this is not the first time I forget that it does a Cleanse, so that was a big mistake by me. It almost looked like I was in a very good position, but I screwed it up. Yeah, he has Stone Skin. I don't want to go with ally attack. Let's actually protect the Ukko and not Duchess. Maybe we will even go with the Ukko A3 and get some speed buff in the team. I don't think he's gonna instantly kill my team, and Ukko is going to be fast, so let's do that. And yeah, let's go with the A3 to try to stack the passive. It kind of did a decent amount of damage to Harim, almost half of her HP, which is honestly more than I was expecting. Which is probably kind of sad, because Harima is going to be very low HP, maybe like 30 to 40k HP, so strong nukers would easily one-shot it, like Taras. I think at this point we can definitely kill the Duchess with next A3 that he gets. And in this team he doesn't have Rotos, so the block damage that he gets from the A3 is kind of relevant. He's definitely safe for one turn every time he gets a kill with the A3. This is kind of bad. Both of my nukers are very vulnerable right now. Maybe I will not be able to pull off any revives and he will just kill all of them, all of these three in short time. Damn, am I gonna regret that I used the Ukko A3 to get speed buff on me? Yeah, it looks like so. He does have the buffs, but I think I'll give the buffs to Varl anyway just to get immunity and strengthen a bit longer. Damn it, I'm not sure if he can... If Taras does A2 or A3, I'm not sure if Varl can take it without shield. Okay, I guess he doesn't have them yet. Ukko getting polymorphed there was kind of unfortunate, but it was bound to happen. Surely Taras has his AoE nuke or A2 at this point. He might survive A2, but I don't think it will survive AoE nuke. Well, he doesn't have that many buffs in his team because his teammates are dead, so maybe. Damn, it doesn't look like my Ukko will move before Taras. Maybe it was saving the AoE nuke until my Ukko gets out of the polymorph. Wait, nice. Can it survive now with the Necret? I guess so. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that was kind of close, but maybe we can make a comeback now. I think my... Is Varl gonna get his A2 back at this point? Nice, nice, nice. Who do I want to protect here? I think still either Daxus or Varl, but or maybe Ukko. But now let's protect the Varl. I really... Yeah, he still has the heal, so maybe he can survive long enough to get some damage. He doesn't have attack buff. I think there's no way that I can kill the Taras. And I can weak hit on the Elva, but I think I have better chance of killing Elva. Okay, I didn't have any weak hit, but it didn't die, so that's kind of unfortunate. Well, I definitely would not have killed Taras, and it wouldn't have even been close, so... If I were to win this fight, I will have to save Taras for last and kill everybody else first. But it's kind of looking like... I'm not sure if I will survive long enough anymore. At least we have been able to stack the Taras, I mean the War passive a bit in this fight, but I guess he's also been stacking the Taras passive on Varl, so he hasn't been fully increasing his attack. We do have attack buff at this point. I hope that we can kill both of his revivers, but I'm not quite sure. Surely, right? Please. Okay, I guess we weak hit on the Elva, but we did kill Duchess, which I wasn't sure if I would. Oh, nice. Did we get a stun there? Perfect. Yeah, it almost looks like we won at this point, right? By the way, It's this stupid pun that I have been having in my head since I was thinking about leveling up Varl to play with him. But I think this video is definitely going to be called Destroying My Enemies with Varl. So sorry about that, but I have to do it. That's a stupid pun, but I need to do it. I'm not sure if it's quite to that level of destruction, but we will definitely put it in the thumbnail or the video title. I can basically kill anyone with the A1, but I think I want to get rid of the Taras. Oh, Taras wasn't... Damn, Taras was so low HP, but he didn't even die to that. The funny part is that even though Taras has this insane amount of decreased max HP, it doesn't even reduce his damage, which is so stupid. Any other HP scaling champion would do 0 damage at this point except Taras, which is like on top of the over 9,000 other things that makes Taras the best champion in the game is so stupid. Like, never mind everything else, ignore everything else about Taras, which is everything is OP, but it doesn't make any sense, like 0 sense in any type of RPG game. How can a damage dealer be the tankiest champion in the game? That is like insane design, like how is that even possible? He said even if he was a low damage dealing damage dealer, it still doesn't make any sense that a nuke champion is tankier than the tankiest champion in the game. That's so stupid. That's like... it makes me so frustrated. Like, what kind of designing is that? You can't just give HP scaling nuker a 50% damage reduction passive. That is so stupid. He's already the tankiest, or one of the tankiest nukers in the game, even if he didn't have that passive. But he's a nuker. I mean, it doesn't make any sense that nuker is tankier than if you build a Duchess in full tank build. That's so stupid. Anyway, that's my 100 million rant about Taras, but it is what it is. Definitely there is more to come soon, so stay tuned for the other Taras rants that I will do. Which definitely is not gonna persuade Plarium in any way, but I will still do it for my own mental health and amusement, I guess. This was a very long-lasting fight, but it kind of looks like we got this. Yeah. So we did destroy one team with Varl. Now, if he had a Sifi instead of Elva, we definitely wouldn't have had any chance against him. But it was still a pretty good team, so... I will definitely take a win. Especially against above average team. I think I even saw some people using this on Arena Reset, except with Maritska instead of Harima, but I saw this one guy's been using Elva for a while in this team comp. Actually, we're kind of doing okay today. I mean, 2 losses and 4 wins is decent. It's nothing spectacular. I think several of these enemies didn't have the bestest of the teams, but we were kind of close against this guy. We definitely could have won it if I got the extra turn on my Rotos. And yeah, I keep getting messages about the Discord. I think I promised that Discord is going to come this week for the last 3 weeks in a row. But we will see. Maybe the Discord will happen this week, and you never know. It's definitely coming at some point though, but I think maybe I will get it done this week. I definitely don't have any other things that I have to do right now, so it is just up to me, so I should be able to do it. I don't need to travel anywhere or do other things that I've had a lot of those things recently. Okay, first big sci-fi. Maybe we will go with the first big UDK again. It's kind of I would rather see him have 2 champions that UDK is good against, but I struggle with sci-fi so much that I will just go with this. Okay, lockout as the second pick is always scary for me. Especially because he already picked 1 nuker. He could pick 1 nuker and second lockout at this point. And there's no way I could win that fight. Should I go with the Kaimar here and try to mix things up? If I go with Kaimar, I don't have any protection on my wall though. Okay, let's save the wall as the, I mean, Kaimar as the last pick, and maybe I will consider it after seeing what he takes. But now, because I took wall, I think there's a good chance that he will go with Rotos, so it could have other negative effects. Yeah, okay, of course he went with Rotos. Now, even if I pick Kaimar here, it can weak hit on both Ukko and Arima, and Rotos will have the sleep removed by Siphi, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. Probably I just want to go with Nakarada to get Bolster in my team and maybe do some damage against the Ukko A2. But yeah, I mean, this is a horrible matchup for me. I don't think there's any way that I can win this fight. I mean, if I had Harima, then it would be a different story, but not in this matchup. My Harima will definitely be faster than his and would maybe be able to stack the A2 more even without the turn meter boost, but I can only speculate and make fan fiction about it for now. Well, at least we got the polymorph in the opener, so that part definitely went very well. I think, I mean, I've mentioned this many times, but if I weak hit with the A2, I'm not gonna steal HP, okay, but I do want to kill the Harima, because if I can get rid of the Harima, then my Rotos can actually do some serious damage and threaten the enemy team. Okay, this is not looking super great, but it could be worse. Damn, if he died to that ally attack, it would have been nice. I guess this is a very squeezy and very fast Siphi. Nice, I think maybe I can kill both of them with A2, I hope. Surely I will have enough damage for this, right? Okay, good. Wait, is Ukko gonna revive them or is my Rotos gonna cut? Okay, nice. Please, now we need to pray. If I get a weak hit here, I think I lose the fight. I really need to get the crit. Actually, let's go with the A2 just in case. Because, oh, yeah, well, I mean, it was about, nice. It was about the weak hit, so if he got the revive, then maybe I could have killed them with A3, but it would have been hard with the Harima passive, but they wouldn't have been very high HP, so maybe I would have been able to do it. But anyway, I guess we did win this fight, which kind of seemed almost impossible for us to win, but we got lucky with the polymorph at the start, and I think we deserve some wins because he definitely has the edge in this matchup because of the champions. Damn, the bone armor is so insane on my Rotos. Like, I knew it was gonna be weak, but it's actually even better than I originally thought. Not because of the little bit damage, though it's nice, but the fact that he can get those stacks back is so huge. And very often because the fights that I have are usually take long time, they are not as fast as this one, even if I win those fights. So my teammates will definitely often be dead, and usually my Rotos is the last man standing because he's so well geared, and an enemy is usually gonna go for the revivers first. So those bone armor stacks coming back often makes the difference in many of the fights I've had. Anyway, I'm very happy that I won against this team. I don't think without the polymorph there would have been any way for that to happen, but we did pick the champions with polymorph on purpose, of course. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that I won the fight because of Varl. But if I was using Initve, then Initve wouldn't have been able to kill that Varl because he can't crit on. He wouldn't have been able to kill that Harima because he can't crit on Harima, and I would have lost the fight. But Varl was able to kill the Harima off a second time, and that meant that he lost his passive, and I was able to kill the Ukko, even with A2 that weak hit with, which was kind of interesting. But yeah, let's... Should I open with Ukko for once? I've been using the Nakarada as opener, but let's go with Ukko. I think the Nakarada is very good with Varl because he definitely needs protection. But of course, Ukko might be able to stun the enemy or revive him with block damage, so it can kind of do the same thing. Okay, I'm kind of regretting going Ukko here because I probably want to still go with UDK, so probably Nakarada and UDK would have been better. But let's do the same deal, that let's go with the nukers and see, oh fuck, see what he picks, and maybe I can make some adjustments to my team. Maybe I don't want to go with UDK, we will see. Okay, or maybe I really want to go with UDK. Never mind, we definitely want to go with UDK. Yeah, I mean, this team is so common. I'm sure this is like the most common team that you see in live arena. I have faced against this team a million times, and even though I know what's coming, I can't really deal with it very well. But maybe we're able to again kill the Harima with Varl, and then my Rotos could actually do some damage. We will see. It's been going pretty well so far, even though I'm kind of downplaying Varl and I don't want to hype you guys too much about him. But definitely many of the fights that I did today, I wouldn't have won if I picked Initve. Maybe with Varl, I'm not sure, but definitely not with Initve. So he has been good. And I think Stylus is definitely above average snooker, so don't get the impression that I think Stylus is bad. But of course, against these top teams, Harima is like 900,000 times better than Saldus, which is still a very good champion. Yeah, I mean, the Harima had defense buff there, so I wasn't expecting to kill him at all, and even without the defense buff, probably not, but definitely not with the buff. But we are stacking the damage with the passive, and the A3 next turn should probably kill either Duchess or Siphi. I mean, I think I'm actually in a very good position in this fight, because he did not ban my UDK, which I'm kind of surprised about. I think he definitely should have banned my UDK. Can we kill the Duchess with A3? I hope so. I think definitely if we proc Helm Smasher, but if we don't, then I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Wow! Oh yeah, never mind. I forgot that he had Harima. FML. Yeah. The Harima makes so huge difference. I would have done like more than triple the damage if it wasn't for Harima passive. Actually, we probably can't kill the Duchess even with the Varl A3 now. And we probably should have gone for the Siphi first and Duchess. I forgot that he had the Harima and I kind of made a mistake. Anyway, I don't think we can kill either one of these, but let's switch to the Siphi. Oh, nice, okay. I wasn't expecting for her to die, but that's good, because now we got rid of the Duchess revive. So actually Varl did great here. I guess because his A3 has a very high damage multiplier, and not just ignore defense. And Rotos A3 has very high ignore defense, but very low damage multiplier itself. So Varl damage is mitigated a lot less by Harima than Rotos, so that's why I kind of wasn't expecting for that to happen. But the Siphi didn't have any buffs, and my Varl did have attack buffs, so it was an ideal situation for me. I'm not sure if... I don't think I want to go with A2 and risk getting polymorphed here, so let's just A1 the Rotos to be safe. Okay, so if we do this, then we will have gotten rid of both of the revives. I guess when the Varl did the A3, he also destroyed the Siphi HP by a decent amount, so maybe we can actually kill the Siphi with the next A2. Surely not with the Rotos A1, yeah. That would have been funny, but the Siphi got a lot of her HP destroyed. Yeah, and she's gonna lose the defense buff before Varl takes a turn. Maybe we can kill everybody except Rotos with the next Varl A2. Could be. If the Harima goes before and loses this defense buff, I think everybody except Rotos will die at this point. Oh fuck. Never mind. Varl died. Yeah, that's kind of why we need the Necret protection or Helicat, but I guess he was able to buy some time for my Rotos, so I will definitely take it. Definitely Varl did his part in this fight. Okay, nice, we got the revive off. It was kind of looking very... Oh, it can still be bad. I hope his Rotos gets weak hits. I'd rather kill the Harima first, but I have no other option than hit the Rotos. Please no crit. Weak hit. Okay, good. If he crit there, I think he would have killed both the UDK and Duchess, and that wouldn't have been great for me. But now I should be safe. Yeah. Damn, another victory because of Varl. Of course, probably isn't the bestest of the team when he is at 2.200 rating, But the team itself is very good, so it definitely feels nice winning against these teams, and often I will not be able to win them. Nice. Yeah, I think this is my best live arena push in a good while, and I was kind of expecting to be disappointed and know that I've been overhyping Varl and he's actually not gonna be helpful on my account, but actually he's been pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna have the items at tier list at some point. Maybe Friday, maybe tomorrow, we will see, but definitely watch for that video and consider linking it in your clan if they if they have a lot of discussions about that kind of stuff. I basically have, of course, my version of the tier list, putting out the item sets in order, and then I explain it in detail why I put them in that order, and some of the order might surprise some people. It's something that people often ask me to make videos about forts and item sets, so I kind of finally wanted to get that thing going, and I will start it with the tier list. I will definitely make some videos about forge crafting soon though. So I did go with the slow dodges this time. I think maybe I will go with Staldos in this fight and not Varl. He does need the attack buff and protection from Whale, so I don't think slow dodges is gonna be great with him. Probably we will go with Rotos and Staldos this time. But let's see what he picks first. Let's not make any rash decisions just yet. Now that I do have the bolster dodges in my team, that means that I can go with my very tanky and slow reaction Necret, so that is in shield and not bolster. Because I wouldn't be able to make him 0 speed with bolster. This is actually kind of the team that I want to pick if I get Harima. So, like, pick the slow dodges and the slow Necret. But it hasn't been ideal situation if I go with Initve or with Varl, but maybe I will go with Staldos now, and Rotos doesn't need the dodges A2 at the start, so this is a good synergy. Maybe I will go with I guess Ukko or Necret as the last one, but let's go with Ukko. I mean, not Ukko, Necret. Not Necret, I mean UDK. Yeah, I've been talking for 2 hours and I was making another video about this, or editing the ad for those ad guys who want to like fine-tune my ad to oblivion, so I kind of my memory capacity is at maximum at this point. Yeah, I think we'll definitely ban the Helicat, yeah. I'm not quite sure how this fight will go. I think it will heavily depend on the Ukko RNG. I think if Ukko gets polymorphed, then I might be in a good position, but I don't have any revives, so it's very risky for me. And if he lands some stuns at the start, then that's pretty much it for the fight. Okay, nice. So UDK got block buff, but that's totally fine considering that we got the polymorph. Yeah, this is kind of looking good. Hope that okay, he didn't even go for the A3 first. I wasn't expecting that. I was hoping that my Staldos wouldn't get taunted, but this is good. Damn, the UDK died very fast, so I think his both Harima and Rotos are doing good damage. Did he get rid of the stone skin with the Ukko? I think maybe, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure which one will go first, the Staldus or the Rotos, but maybe I will go with the A3 on Rotos anyway and not ally attack. If I did the ally attack on Rotos, it might have died and I wouldn't have gotten an extra turn, so I didn't want to risk it. I wanted to get the block damage on Rotos so that, I mean the immunity on Rotos so that he doesn't get pounded. Okay, this is actually perfect timing, so Duchess is gonna take a turn before my Staldus. And I will definitely, I think I should kill both of his Noogers with this AoE. And my Rotos should definitely move before Duchess gets another turn. Ah, damn it. Damn it. Both the Ukko and Harima survived. Okay, I guess the Duchess was very fast as well. Okay, that didn't go as expected at all. I was hoping that both of them would die and my Rotos would go before his Duchess, and in that situation I might have been able to win it, but I guess now it's done. If the Harima just gets 1A2 on my Rotos, then it's over. Wait, nice. I can actually just kill the Harima with A1. Maybe I have a chance to win it still. I mean, oh nice, weak. It will definitely come down to RNG, but that went very well. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Nice. Wow, we're killing it today. Of course, I think we got pretty lucky in a couple fights, including this one. But don't hate the player. Win is a win. I will definitely not feel bad about these wins. He definitely has better team than me, so very nice. Do we have... Okay, maybe we have time for one more fight. That's pretty clutch. Can we win the last fight today? I feel like I've almost been doing too well today, so maybe we need to get a loss as the last fight, but maybe it's too late and we're not gonna find a fight before the time ends anyway. It's cutting in very close. Oh, okay, nice, we got the fight. And it's a very high rated opponent, so it will probably not be easy fight. Okay, what do we want to do here? Do I want to go with the war team again, or should I go with the style of strategy that I did in the last fight with the slow Duchess and Nakarada? Okay, maybe we will just go with Varl in the last fight, even if we lose because of it. This was still supposed... Oh, maybe I didn't need to pick Varl so early on, but this was supposed to be a Varl showcase video, so... Maybe that's a little bit flex on him, that we're gonna come with Varl and pick your first. I mean, it doesn't matter if I pick Judges or Varl at that point anyway. Neither one of them has polymorph, and I don't think it really matters what he does. I guess he could go with Rotos now because he saw Varl, but it's very likely that he would go with Rotos anyway, and if he picks Rotos early on, then I'll just go with UTK, so I'm kind of okay with that. That will mean that he has to ban my Rotos, and I will probably get... I mean, that would mean that he has to ban my UDK, and I would get my Rotos in the fight, which I would be very happy about, so... Okay. He didn't pick a second Nuker yet, but I think he's gonna pick Rotos, so... Let's go with these picks, and assuming he's picking a Nuker and he's picking a Rotos and something else here. Maybe he picks Rotos and UDK, but we will also go with our own UDK. Yeah, I think he probably goes with Rotos and UDK or Rotos and Lockout. Unless he just goes with Taras, but I'm thinking Rotos in this team. The Harima, Siphi and Rotos is a very great combination together, so almost every fight enemy team will pick it. And it is kind of common to have those three champions, because at this point Siphi is very old champion, and it's always been very good, so people have been bullying for her in the 10 axis. And both Rotos and Harima are non-void champions, and Rotos was a fusion, so it is very common for people to have all of those three. Okay, Maritska isn't quite what I was expecting, but assuming he doesn't ban my Rotos... Wait, I can actually ban his Harima in this team. Assuming he doesn't ban my Rotos, I think this will be a pretty good fight for me. I'll definitely ban the Harima instead of Rotos. If he does ban Rotos, I might have a hard time finishing this team with Varl, though. I think that might happen. Honestly, if I was him, I would just ban Rotos and wait out for the UDK passive. Well, I'm not sure if Status would be able to kill this team, so... Maybe I still rather want to go with Varl. But I think he definitely made a mistake with the UDK there. I guess this is for the faster fight. But if he banned my Rotos, then he would have won this fight, for sure. I wouldn't have had any chance to win that combination. Now I think I'm the favorite in this fight. Well, let's not get too confident just yet. It's a very high-rated opponent, and probably he has very good gear, and he definitely has very good champions. So just because I didn't get insanely countered by the matchup doesn't mean that it's going to be a win for me or easy fight. But it will be very nice to end this video with winning record, because we did insanely good today. Much better than I have been doing lately. Definitely nice confidence boost this week, that I have been kind of depressed about the game for a while, and now I finally did okay on Arena Reset, and it looks like even Live Arena is going pretty well, so that is nice. Yeah, let's go with the AoE nuke just to stack the damage. I mean, his team is definitely tanky, and this looks to be very high HP and well geared Rotos, so it's not going to be easy fight. And he kind of does have triple reviver, but if it was just Wall, I think he would have a very hard time dealing with that. But of course Rotos can, like, if I first kill all of his revivers, and maybe Duchess wastes her revive now, and then I kill Maritska with A3 and get extra turn and kill Rotos, then I can basically end the fight at that point, and then he's kind of in a bad position. I think I want to hit the Maritska just because Duchess has like too many buffs. Should I protect the Duchess? I think, yeah. I don't think I should protect the Rotos. Yeah, I almost put the protection on Rotos, but that would have been stupid. This buys us a lot of time that he has to kill the Nakarada first, and he can't just instantly kill Duchess. Now, we have attack buff. Can we kill this Duchess? It's a very good gear Duchess, so I'm not quite sure. Let's see. It doesn't have defense buff. Okay. 117k damage, so if it was a bit higher HP, it wouldn't have died. My Duchess would have had more HP than that, but it was in the range that it is very threatening, and depending what kind of builds the Duchess are they full speed or are they a bit tankier, it was enough damage to kill most Duchesses, which is very good. What do I want to do here? Okay, let's just protect Rotos at this time. Just so that Rotos doesn't get slept by Siphies. Damn, my beard is itching me. When I cut it too short, it's sometimes very itchy, but every time I leave my beard at like medium speed, I think it looks horrible, so... Well, his team is very tanky, and like he has tons of heals, so it's not looking too great at this point. Definitely soon his Rotos is gonna start block reviving in and one-shotting my Duchess. Should I go with the A3 or A2 here? Nah, let's go with A3. I'm not quite sure if it will die. Okay. I should have just gone with the A2. That might have been a mistake that makes me lose this fight. It did have so many buffs that I should have expected that it's not going to die. I'm not sure if that was with Helm Smasher proc or not though, but it could have been even with it and it still wasn't good enough. Strengthen buff is just so good. People often kind of underestimate how strong Strengthen is. Generally it's much better than increased defense, but it does depend on situation, but in general it's better. Okay, it's kind of getting to a very risky situation here. Even if I can kill both the Siphi and Duchess at this point, I'm not sure if I can make a comeback with Rotos. I definitely need to get rid of the Siphi, because if the Siphi is going to sleep my Rotos, then it's over. My Rotos is good enough that it is possible that he can win a matchup like this, because he has been stacking his A2, but we will see. I'm not quite confident. The defense buff and the strength buff constantly coming into his team is being a big issue. So. But the bone armor is super clutch in matchup like this. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I really needed to get counter attack there. Maybe I should just risk this, and if he doesn't get counter attack here now, like I didn't just now, I might be able to block revive this Rotos, but if he does get counter attack, then it's done. Okay, he didn't get it just like me, so that's good. Wait, can I just block revive the Rotos? Can I block revive the Rotos? Oh, I didn't have enough. Damn it, I thought that I had stolen enough HP to block revive at this point. Damn, that would have been so clutch if I just block revive the Rotos, but I think I lost at this point. I think the fight is over. The bone armor is definitely doing a number on him. That's why I knew that in that matchup I had kind of a way to try deal with him. Fuck. If he gets Rotos with the ally attack from A1, then it's... Oh, come on. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, please, please give me extra turn. I really need extra turn here. Come on. Extra turn, extra turn. Ah. Man, I so wanted to win this fight, and I think it was actually kind of close. We could have won this fight, but it kind of came down to that, I guess, at this point. Anyway, it was a good session, and we put out a decent fight for him, even though our teams are what they are, but I can't complain about this. I'm sure he was cursing at my Rotos during this fight. But anyway, so what's my verdict about Varl? Well, it depends where you are at on your account. If you have like Rotos, Taras and Harima, then probably you don't want to level him up, but if you only have 1 or 2 good nukers, then maybe you may consider him. I haven't looked up any videos. I don't know if there is any PvE videos, but I would assume that he has to be very good damage on clan boss. Maybe as good as Turval, but I'm not quite sure. Surely it should still be better than most other damage dealers in unkillable team, because I feel like even though his A3 kind of looks like he's intended to be arena champion with block damage on kill and ignore defense and HP destruction, all of this is pretty much irrelevant in PvE. Even the 30% ignore defense is not good on clan boss, because the boss is very low defense, only 1520. But I think the way the passive works, even though it's very interesting, but it probably fits PvE better, because you're able to safely stack this damage and get everything out of this passive. In order for you to do like 5A2s and 5A3s in a fight, because the A1 doesn't count for the passive, the fight has to take like, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes, and if you aren't winning by 10, like, I guess you will win at that point, but you shouldn't be able to stay in a fight that long if you're not winning it, so it's kind of iffy, but maybe some of you may want to actually consider leveling up Varl. I think he's definitely decent, but there is definitely better options out there as well. And the visuals are super cool. I do like them. Plarium should consider making Varl a defense or HP scaling champion. I don't think that would make him OP or even meta, but he would maybe be kind of like in it, that he would almost be pretty good. If he wasn't attack scaling champion, it would definitely be a lot more interesting. And as I mentioned many times before, that big issue in this game, or I guess Plarium probably has much bigger concerns with balance, and probably balance isn't on top of their things, but like new updates and stuff like that. But like one oversight in the game design balance is that there is so many attack scaling champions and so few defense and HP scaling champions. So I think they actually reworked some existing champions to be HP scaling. I think there was a couple, but I don't recall all of them out of top of my head. But I think Black Knight used to be scaling with both attack, but it was both attack and HP, but it was more attack scaling champion, and they actually made him an HP scaling champion. They could kind of do something like that on Varl, or not. If not Varl, then consider doing it or some buffs on the other Doom Tower champions that are kind of forgotten in this game. Is there any way to check the Doom Tower champions? Yeah, I don't think so. It's kind of weird that they don't have some kind of layout here where you can see all of the Doom Tower champions, but anyway. That's it for this video. My verdict is that Varl is actually pretty good and maybe you want to consider him, even if it's just for fun, but that's it for this video and see you next time.